All right, sorry about that, folks. The game got started a bit late because apparently they're too slow to give me the code. Either way. But either way, Rookie Verse going to be the one to. Okay, well, I guess I didn't even need to finish the sentence before I threw that. Before he threw that, so that's something. Either way, Rookie Verse going to be given to Wee Wee. He's French. Anyways, let's see. Rookie Verse going to just throw it over that receiver there. Here we go, Rookie Verse. If that's how you pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, going to be caught by Phantom Trelly. Did I send the link in? Anyways, let's see though. Rookieverse, and it's going to be another walk. Unfortunately, not going to quite time that. And here we go. Pittsburgh with a chance to hopefully tie this game up. Let's see if they can do it. But right now, that remains to be seen. And it's going to be, oh, Icy Nicky did get the catch, but just couldn't quite stay in bounds for it. How unfortunate. And it looks like a field goal will be in the game plans for Pittsburgh, and they are going to get it. So it is going to be a 13-9. So not a very comfortable lead for Denver, but it is a lead nonetheless. Sorry about that. Either way, 3x captain now going to be the quarterback for Denver here. And yeah, that's going to be just a tad bit inaccurate. And it's going to be 3x captain. Going to be pressured a little bit by these Pittsburgh defensive ends, but thankfully is going to give it to Dakota just in time. Uh, the short on Pittsburgh missed wildly, but and just more than enough to get a first down here. And 3x captain is just trying to see if they can extend their lead, and they're doing a pretty decent job at it, all things considered. He does have the checkdowns open, but gonna try to take a shot deep, but it didn't seem like there was much there, especially in double coverage. That's a very difficult throw to hit, even for the best teams in that situation. But nonetheless, 3x captain gonna try to land for the fold, but just way short of it. And just is just severely pressured there from this Pittsburgh defense. And he's gonna give it to no height. Is that no height noodle? Yeah, I guess what it says. And it's gonna be another first down. So far Denver is making very good progress, and no high noodle once again. Only going to get about 10 yards on that one though, but still very good gains nonetheless. I will say to that. And now 3x captain. Gonna try to look for a deep pass, but that might be interception. Or not. Nagy going to get the catch there, but like Pittsburgh, just couldn't get his feet in bounds. So it will be a 3rd and 4, but okay, well, it is going to be a 4th and 4. And it looks like Denver will go for it. A 4th and 4 isn't impossible to get. Well, I mean, no, I guess no 4th down's impossible to get, especially in Roblox football, but okay, well, they didn't get it, so All right, a clutch stop for Pittsburgh. But do they have the resources to capitalize on it? And all right, I see Nicky going to get the ball there. Oh, and there's going to be another walk to, I didn't quite catch the name. It's not good enough, I guess. But this is so far a pretty good start for this Pittsburgh offensive drive. And oh, that was a very that was a weird sequence that just happened. Just the Denver short just completely missing Wee Wee, and Wee Wee just dived like 3 seconds late. But either way, going to be a first time for Wee Wee. But unfortunately, that's going to be a very awful throw there from Rookieverse. I mean, that was a very bad decision from his end there. I mean, there wasn't too much outside of maybe the LOSs, but that is a throw you really don't want to ideally make there. But either way, 3X captain, he's going to get sacked. And that's just a gifted touchdown. Wee Wee able to recover it. What in the world? I think that might be the first time a quarterback's gotten sacked and it ended up being a touchdown for the defense. I mean, credit where it's due. That is a very clutch stop that Pittsburgh needed to take the lead. And unfortunately, since they cannot go for two, this play will not count regardless. I mean, it doesn't matter if he catches it, the play won't count. Yeah, just a waste of time. Either way, 3X Captain gonna get an open lane easily. And 3X Captain getting there. This game is so bad. What do you mean this game's so bad? What do you mean? This game's close. It's competitive. Well, for right now, at least. 3X Captain going to overthrow it. That was a very bad overthrow there from Denver, but I guess it's 3rd and inches, so it's not entirely impossible. And just 3X Captain going to just take the lane, but he's going to instantly regret it with that fumble. Man, that is just terrible luck so far from this uh, Denver team. 2 fumbles almost back to back. Again, it's a 2% chance, I think, to fumble in this league. So that's extremely unfortunate. But either way, Pittsburgh is just going to be able to take advantage here with at least a field goal, unless there's an interception involved or a fumble of their own. You never know. But let's see if they can make a play here. And just like that, SRXS going to get a touchdown there with 15 seconds left. So Denver will have plenty of time to be able to toss it up. I mean, I'm liking the situation. Sorry, background noise. Either way, Coda going to just get a touchback. Nothing really crazy. Only wastes about a second doing it, so that shouldn't matter too much here, but we'll see. But let's see, will 3X Captain be able to at least get some yards in before tossing it? I don't know if I entirely agree with that decision, but it looks like 3X Captain is just going to have to hike it, see what happens. And hope he can get enough time. They're only rushing one, so he is likely going to get it. And it looks like he will. And now what will the outcome be? And it's a catch. Okay. Nagi going to be the one to get it there. And it looks like they left Denver with way too much time to throw it. I never really understand why you rush one in that situation. Like, I feel like you should rush at least two, because that's the entire reason why. Because I don't know why you give them that chance in the first place. Like, that's why I kind of think quarterback just needs a nerf in this game. Just not really because of, like, it's like so blatantly overpowered, but just because like there's little to no counterplay for something like that unless it's like very circumstantial. Right away, though, Denver will get the ball in the second half, so they can double dip here and take the lead right back. So this will end up going in their favor. If they can score, though, that is the big if. But can they do it? And well, I guess that answers my question. With Anime opening, getting the interception there, and it's just going to place it around the opposing 50. What do you mean, ref? I'm a streamer, not a ref. You freaking. Okay, I'm just. Okay, well, fine. Okay, I don't know why I'm ref. I'm the streamer. I shouldn't be the ref, but okay. But either way, well, okay, well, it was a turnover right after with Rock going to get the interception there on the left side. I mean, once again, very huge defensive plays on both ends. All right, and now we're pretty much back to square one for the most part. As far as we know, it's 0-0. And yeah. All right, well, 3x captain. That another fumble. Wow, this is I don't even blame 3x captain at this point. Three fumbles, that is crazy. But either yeah, that's just a missed pass there, but either way they can go for it on the fourth, but a lot of pressure is on them because if they fail this, they give Pittsburgh really good field position. But 3x captain just gonna play it safe and run outside. He's fumbled twice doing that, by the way, so that was very bold of him to do that considering the circumstances, but either way, 3x captain getting chased down by this Pittsburgh defensive ends. Uh-oh, and he sees a wide open man deep, but doesn't quite get him. Unfortunate pass there. That could have easily brought Denver the lead, but just a tad bit overthrown there. And that's why a lot of times, like, you see, like, quarterback, like, influence, like, 90% of these games. Like, not saying receivers don't have a say, because there's definitely times where they can either screw you over or win the game, but, like, 90% of the game's influence is pretty much on quarterback. Like, whose quarterback plays better. And, and, not, like, 100% of it, but it's, like, it's probably, like, at least 90. But either way, though, gonna be incomplete on the left side. Either way, Fade 2 Captain going to give it to Weapon X. Or 3X Captain. Here we go. Denver in the red zone at around the 9-yard line. I mean, this is very good field position for them, but can they get it? No. Anime opening with the interception. You can't just do that. Yeah, not the most ideal pass there, but either way, Pittsburgh going to maintain their lead by 3 points here. we go. SRXS going to get it on the out route. There appeared to have been an AFK there, but all right. And rookie verse going to get rushed by one guy here, but ooh, just a tad bit overthrown there. That again, a very hard pass to make there. But I don't know. Maybe a play could have been happened there. Maybe he could have reeled it in. Maybe he probably wouldn't have. I don't know. But it's gonna be incomplete, and now Pittsburgh going to go for on fourth down. This is always a risky play considering the field position you give to Denver. But at the same time, both sides have been kind of struggling to score, so they maybe maybe Pittsburgh doesn't really care about that. Or maybe they do, who knows. And it's gonna be a throw to the outside. Going to be popped, but anime opening did get it, so again, very bad luck on Pittsburgh, but then again, I guess it was to make for Denver fumbling it 3 times, but I can't really speaking of fumbling, I don't know what throw is being made there. But either way, 3x captain does have a lane. He's gonna take it. Just gonna dive out of bounds before getting hit. Very smart move. I don't hate that move. I don't hate that play. Don't fumble it. Okay, we're good. 3x captain is definitely shaking right now every time he does that, considering like a fumble over there, it could just easily change the game. Especially when a touchdown was caused by that fumble, but either way, 3x captain going to get tackled as he throws it. And unfortunately, the throw goes nowhere regardless. So very good timing there for 3x captain. And now we got a second and goal. Going to look for a walk on the right side. It's going to be Weapon X. Easily getting it for the touchdown. And that's just going to give Denver back the lead that they once had this game. I am definitely enjoying this so far. Here we go. Rookie verse. Going to give it to a fold onto SRXS. And here we go. This is where Pittsburgh can just claim back the momentum here. The pendulum is just kind of swinging back and forth this game. Metaphorically, at least. But either way, anime opening, going to find it on the fold there on the left side. And just like that, Pittsburgh's getting closer and closer to that end zone with just 2 plays. But let's see what else they have. Let's see what else they have cooking up. Archiever's doing a pretty decent job of avoiding the defensive ends of Denver, but that does end up forcing them to back up, and unfortunately, that's going to make it very hard to be able to find any sort of open pass. But it's actually deep in the end zone, and it's going to be the Wee Wee going to make it a third and manageable, 3rd and 5 to be exact. So they can still choose to run it if it is available. Fortunately, the Denver defensive ends are going to end up shedding the offensive line. And oh my goodness, what a very clutch stop there from this Denver defensive end from number 11. I mean, so far this has been very impressive and Icy Nicky did get the pass, but unfortunately was tackled immediately at the LOS. Just couldn't even make a play, or didn't even get a chance to make a play. So once again, very nice coverage from Denver, able to keep Pittsburgh locked down for as long as they could there. Well, I mean, it wasn't really for that long, but you get the picture. But I do have to applaud this Denver team so far. They've definitely looked pretty decent so far. And keep in mind, this is a completely different team from when they faced the Bengals and got absolutely blown out by. But they're kind of a whole other. The Bengals are kind of a whole other team that I don't really know if I can properly stream for obvious reasons. But it'll be something. And like I feel like POV streams are kind of rough, so I don't really think they're worth having. That's why I don't stream those games. So I don't think POV streams really are that great. Like quality. I don't think they really give much for the viewer to see. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, oh my goodness, what in the world? He was just bouncing all over the place. And here we go, rookie verse. After Pittsburgh made a clutch stop or a clutch forced punt, Phantom Trelly going to get the catch for the last play of the third quarter. And now this is crunch time in the fourth quarter. And looks like this game will go either way. And who was going to, I don't really know who he was passing to there, but I like the confidence. I do respect it quite a bit. Respect the confidence a lot of, uh, I do respect rookie versus confidence in his receivers to be able to pull that out, but that's still a 50-50 deep ball if I've ever seen it. But either way, going to be a catch by SRXS and somehow avoids a tackle from the free safety and the deep left. Okay, I will admit that was actually a pretty cool play. I'm not even going to lie. I can't speak super loud. I I don't want to speak super loud, so so I'm talking at moderate voice, but like so I can't be super excited about that. Or at least like I guess I can't sound super excited if you understand what I mean. Uh-oh. Either way though, no high noodle going to somehow dodge a tackle there. I think that was just a missed tackle from Denver's part. There we go, Coda going to get a 30-yard gain from that catch. And so far, things are looking pretty interesting so far for 3x cat for this Denver and Pittsburgh game. Incomplete there. I am genuinely surprised he hasn't put that in string. Am I able? Oh, wait, no. Oh, and it's going to be a touchdown for Denver. To Rock. And just like that, it's going to be a 60 power pass there, and that's just going to be completed for a 2-point conversion. And now, just like that, Denver's up by 3. And oh no, just like that, a touchdown for Pittsburgh instantly answers right back, and Phantom Trelly going to juke around a bunch of defenders. And what a play there by Pittsburgh. A must needed score. I mean, I don't know if it was that desperately needed, but either way, I mean, I respect the handoff. I respect it. As a running back enjoyer. But either way, 3x captain going to be looking around. It's going to be Nagi going to avoid two Pittsburgh defenders. And now 3x captain with a opportunity to take the lead back. I mean, I don't really know what you could do if you're Denver. I mean, should you take your time? Just maybe play a bit conservatively? Or be able to tactically get the ball at the last second? Or do you just score immediately as fast as you can and just hope you get a stop in time? But I mean, both have their strengths and weaknesses, because if you do manage to stop them at some point, it will depend on how much time is left. So I feel like Denver does have to kind of consider the clock here before scoring. But either way, Nagi going to get the first down, and just like that, it is a first and goal at around the 4-yard line, or 4 yards from the end zone. And now Denver can kind of do whatever they want. Well, for the most part. And oh man, that is terrible luck once again. Another fumble from 3x captain. Thankfully, Wee Wee does get tackled. Thanks to this Denver defense offensive line. The Denver making a clutch save there. That could have been really bad for Denver if that was a score. Man, just and Denver has gotten so unlucky on these fumbles though. Like that's a fourth fumble. Like that's probably the most fumbles I've seen in a single game. Like I kind of feel for Denver here. Like I feel like a lot of people would just have a hard time winning if if they fumbled 4 times. I'm gonna be real. Like that's a very difficult hurdle to jump over. But either way, SRXS going to get the catch on the fold. Unfortunately, two of the Denver defenders couldn't make it in time. And here we go. And now another fold on the left side, anime opening. And he's going to easily get it for the first down. And now with 1 minute and 50 seconds left, Rookieverse trying to find a way to be able to extend their lead. Not going to do with that pass, but thankfully you do have plenty of other opportunities to do so, such as this second down play. And oh no, the first defender does miss, but the second thankfully gets the tackle, but does get a good 12 yards for it. So it was a very rewarding catch, all things considered. And just immediately after, another incomplete, and now it's a 4th and 2. I mean, that's a very good move to go for it here, considering again Denver would be in bad field position even if they do end up getting it, unless it's an interception. Then that kind of just erases that drawback. But either way, though, a huge play there by Denver. That's actually a very good interception there by Rock. I will give credit where it's due. Of course, you can argue it's a bit of a questionable throw by Rookieverse, but I mean, that's a very good catch you definitely need to be able to function on offense. But either way, 3x captain looking to try and get. Oh, I saw it too. I saw the catch, and it was unfortunately popped, man. Denver has gotten so unlucky with just losing the ball, man. Like, I can't really. Like, I actually do kind of feel bad for them. No Height Noodle just Was not expecting to get tackled there and just stopped in disbelief. Or I don't really know what happened exactly, but either way, 3X captain going to get tackled. And okay, it looks like they're going to go for it. Not even going to try to look for a tie here and potentially send this to overtime. They're going to go for it. Why not? I don't know if that's the best decision, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. It's now starting to happen. And now 3X captain looks like it's going to be a full-blown toss. But where is he going to throw it is the question. I don't know if there's really much options. And will it be a touchdown? No, it will not. It will be intercepted by Phantom Trelly. And just like that, this game might as well be over unless Pittsburgh makes a massive mistake. And with 38 seconds, though, that actually it is not entirely impossible. There could be a sack that could force a safety for Denver that could get them the ball back. But they are going to need a lot of help to do so. Okay, the pop does help, though. The pop was very clutch there. Icy Nicky was the one supposed to get the catch there, but... And here we go, rookie verse. Was trying to find another walk on the right side, but ends up inadvertently helping Denver with these passes since they're incomplete and they don't run the clock. It doesn't really bother Denver that much. And speaking of which, Rookieverse gets sacked, took a little bit too much time and greeted for it. And just like that, that might cost Pittsburgh the game because of such a greedy play there. But thankfully for Pittsburgh, they do have a 1-point lead, so it will give Denver a ton of pressure here to score. And with 32 seconds, the room for error gets smaller and smaller, considering these kind of plays take quite a bit to develop, especially on the longer side. And Jamerl going to be the one to get the pass here. Jamerl cannot be wasting too much time here, but does get a good amount of yardage on that play. And now 3X captain doesn't really have a lot of time to let plays develop for too long. And all right, so it looks like it's going to be about 1 to 2 plays at most, unless they can get a fast one. But here we go. Looks like it's going to be a deep pass. Not going to get it, so this will more than likely be the final play of the game. And here we go. It's going to be another toss-up from the looks of it. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be short. And it is! Jamerl did catch it, however, that's not going to be enough yardage to get there, just a yard short. And just like that, Pittsburgh is barely, and I mean barely, slipped away. Just barely slipped away out of that game. And here are the stats, guys. All right, there you go. I got all the stats for you guys. Make sure to post it in 1080p. I was not supposed to be the ref, so I am not posting it. So have fun. If you want to know who the stats are, but either way, though, that was a very enjoyable game, though. Very competitive down to the very end. So many opportunities for both teams to be able to win, but Pittsburgh was just a little bit better that game. But I will say though but I think both sides definitely had a bit of unluckiness to it. But man, I hope Denver doesn't get too discouraged on that loss because I feel like a lot of it wasn't entirely their fault because 4 fumbles is crazy. I think that's probably a record in CFL. I mean, there might have been someone with more, but I've never seen a game where 4 fumbles just happen like that. With one of them being a touch, one of them being a defensive score, by the way. Like that's incredibly rare. But either way, though, I mean, how barbaric? Why was that blacklisted? I don't know. But man, it was a very enjoyable game, though. I will say that very competitive. I mean, heck, I'd rather see a competitive game than just a blowout, anyways. So makes the game more enjoyable, even if it was a little bit on the lower scoring side. But I say that as 36 and 35. 36-35 is a low scoring. Are the standards really that high for scoring offenses? Man, we really are in an offensive meta. If that felt low scoring. Uh, man, we definitely need a meta shift at some point. But either way, though, I mean, it was a fun time nonetheless. But thank you guys for watching. So I guess I'll just end it here. Goodbye.